All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go.
Great. Okay, so we are Group A, Econ 500, Managerial Economics. Today, our topic of conversation for this presentation is the 2025 bird flu and its impact on poultry products. Um, yeah, so the overview of the poultry industry. The US is a leading producer of poultry and eggs across the world. It's 50 billion annually in the US economy. Americans eat more poultry, chicken than any other meat. 100 billion eggs per year are produced, and there's an increased demand currently for cage-free and organic antibiotic-free products. And US is also an exporter, a major exporter of poultry products, especially to Asia and the Middle East. Okay, so we're moving on to the problem. In 2024, late 2024, a bird flu resurgence led to the culling of millions of poultry products, especially hens, which significantly affected the production of eggs. As you can see in the chart here, egg prices hit record highs, rising 65% from earlier in the year. And this has been a big strain for a lot of households who use eggs for daily use, daily food. And stores have imposed a limit on egg purchases to manage the shortages.
All right. I'm going to talk about what caused this problem in the first place. Now, a great big part of that would be the pandemic. The pandemic and inflation did play their role in the surge of the egg prices, but the real culprit is an outbreak of the H5N1, or more popularly known as the bird flu. It's highly transmissible and is a very fatal strain of avian influenza. The outbreak started early in 2022 and quickly grew into the largest bird flu outbreak in the United States as of February 2024. Now, bird flu has had its in and outs and bouts with the population, but the resurgence of the bird flu meant that culling of entire flocks of chicken, turkey, and other poultry to contain the spread of diseases, which meant millions of herds were culled and that were producing eggs on a large scale that were no longer able to contribute to the demand that the market was putting out. The average price of a dozen eggs has nearly doubled since last year and hit a record high of $4 and 95 cents in January, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. More on that, as I was referring to the previous bouts that the United States of America had with the bird flu. I'm going to establish some precedent here and how the United States has dealt with this and what the possible future looks in 2025 and the coming months. One of the first interactions for United States with the bird flu was during 2004 and 2005. A major outbreak of the H5N1 strain in the Southeast Asia caused widespread poultry deaths, mostly because there was a lot of export of fish coming over from there, which is also a carrier of the disease. Though it is not active in fish meat, it did carry over to other meat products and subsequently to other establishments that used such products. In the 2014 and 2015 outbreak, there was a resurgence of the H5N2 and H5N8, both very similar to the original bird flu as we largely put them under the umbrella. However, different strains and need different treatments, which is why each of these outbreaks have led to large scale decrease in egg production due to poultry deaths. For bird flu spreads rapidly in flocks, particularly in factory farms, settings where many birds are confined together. As such, most poultry farms where birds are bred in cages and used primarily for egg production and not for chicken meat, those are the flocks that would get culled on a larger scale. Hence, why it is not the chicken meat demand that has been affected significantly. It is more so the eggs. The virus can be contracted via contaminated equipment, direct contact, or even migratory birds. After outbreaks like these, egg productions eventually recover, though it can take months to recover from the after effects. As we saw in the previous earlier charts, over the difference between 2003, 2023, 2024, and 2025, we have hit the highest price range in 2025, followed by the lowest production of eggs since 2023 December. And moving forward to the impact on
Next, I'm going to introduce the impact on economics. So here are the two graphs. The first graph shows that over 20 million egg laying have been lost, leading to a sharp decline in egg production. So we can see that the supply curve shifts to the left. And the second graph shows that there's an increase in price, which the national average price increasing from 2.67 per dozen in May 2023 to 4.95 per dozen in January 2025. And next, we're going to talk about the social phenomena and the solutions. But due to time limit, we'll cover two social phenomena. The first one is price inflation and economic strain, which egg prices increases due to the decrease in supply. So such as business relying on eggs product increase their price to offset the higher cost of the ingredients. The second social phenomena is panic buying. Like people would buy eggs in bulk to further aggravate the shortage and leading to an increase in price. So there are several possible solutions we think that can address the social phenomenon in this case. So the first one is price ceiling. The government can impose like a temporary price control to prevent excessive inflation. Second one is the purchase limits. Like retailers such as Costco, Trader Joe's, they can implement temporary purchase limits on eggs to prevent hoarding and ensure fair distribution. The third solution is government can encourage substitutes by promoting plant-based egg substitutes or alternative protein sources to reduce demand pressure. Finally, is to increase imports. Since the bird flu happens in the US, by sourcing the eggs and poultry from an affected region and international markets can restore the supply. So overall, our presentation covered the problems, the causes, the social phenomenon, the precedents, and the possible solutions of the 2025 bird flu. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you.